All right. Good evening, security crew. This is my Security Professional Security Journal. Tonight, I want to talk about my first executive protection detail that I just got done with since leaving the federal government. While I'm talking about EP, though, I also want to talk about handcuffs. Basic handcuff maintenance. This video is more or less meant to be Security 101, or excuse me, not Security 101. Backtrack. Handcuff 101 for anybody who carries cuffs. So these are my hinges. I'm gonna go grab my chains, do a simple 180, and about face. I'm gonna do an about face, and then grab my other pairs. I have 2 hinge and 2 chain. We're gonna grab the chains, and then we're gonna have a chat. So 1 second. Let's chat. All right. So, if you carry handcuffs, make sure they're worked in and easily broken through. You should be able to... My kitty cat. I'm gonna have to grab some handcuff keys 1 second, because I'm basically going to handcuff myself for context on one wrist. I'm not gonna actually handcuff myself. I'm just gonna cuff one wrist. But for handcuffs, your handcuffs should be worked on or worked through to where you can easily just, and ratchet to the individual as necessary. Now, obviously, this is why I wanted the cuff keys, since I just used one on my wrist. All right. So for asps, you want to, for any pair of handcuff, you want to do what's called loading the cuff. It's either loading or packed. I forget the verbiage. It's been like 3 or 4 years since I've taken my ASP AIC handcuff instructor course. But you either want to pack or load the handcuffs. I forget which verbiage it is. So pardon me, I'm fuzzy. My memory's a little, since it's been a bit. But basically for these asps, what I do is I click them until I no longer see any, I wish I had a handcuff diagram for me. Hey! Starfire! Sorry, my kitty cat in the background. The teeth, the rivets, strands, whatever those individual little rivets are called. Oh, good, Patrick. Sorry, my security director just texted me mid-video. The principal is very pleased with me. But yes, so for handcuffs, I'm gonna have to respond to that text later. For handcuffs, for these asps, the strands are no longer visible. Now we're gonna load or pack the cuffs so I can easily just wrist them. It's 1, 2, 3. That handcuff, this side is now loaded. We'll do the same for this chain. Chain 1. As I'm doing this, for me specifically, me personally, if you're new to my channel, I was born with eczema. I was born with a skin condition. So as I'm doing this, for me personally, as I'm looking through my handcuffs, I'm also looking for debris. Now, one thing that I recommend people do that I don't do myself, so basically it's do as I say, not as I do, since I don't follow my own advice. Asp sells, it's either oil or lube. Asp does sell lubricant for batons and handcuffs. I highly, highly, highly recommend you maintain your cuffs by using that stuff, that solvent, whatever you want to call it. Do make sure you work your handcuffs through some lube, or work lube through your handcuffs, however you want to say it. Make sure you do stuff every now and then with your handcuffs. I have been meaning to get lube, but every time I go to the ASP website and I, mean to go for it, life gets in the way. Finances, basically. Something in my life happens to where I'm like, damn, I can't get this yet. But, yes, so we're inspecting the hinges since these have been with Wind Security for 2 days now. I don't foresee there be any problems with these. So yes, I just worked my first EP detail since leaving the federal government. Unfortunately, we weren't aware of some security protocols that the casinos have. So I was more or less made by I was made by the WIN Special Operations Group. I was made by the WIN Armed Security Team. And they more or less requested a manager come down. I had a shot with the manager. The manager thanked me for my professionalism. He said, you're not allowed your restraints, you're not allowed your baton, you're not allowed your OC. You are allowed your OC, but I would just check in everything with us. That way, you don't have to worry about jack shit, and we don't have to worry about you. And I'm like, I'm on your turf, I'm on your space. I totally respect that. Let's go back a house. I'll check my gear in. You guys can strip me of my equipment. We can be on our separate ways. And the manager actually shook my hand and went, thank you for being so damn professional. And I'm like, I've been on the other end. I strip people on federal property. I'm former FAA. I know how it goes. So I'm on your turf. I'm on your rules. You let me know how I operate, because my superiors weren't aware of the process. I'm just the agent. I'm the low guy in the totem pole who's assigned the principal, who's assigned the VIP. I'm literally walking. I was walking for my VIP right now. I was walking to meet my VIP, and that's when your guys caught up to me. I was literally going to my assignment, and they went, no, you're good, low man. We respect that. It's just, yes, we have procedures, we have an email, we have this, we have that, and I'm like, it wasn't respected. The fact that you're even allowing me on property, thank you. And they're like, it's not your fault. Again, low man, we get it. Details weren't provided. You're going to your assignment. You like you said, you're going to your assignment. We respect that. So I was allowed to conduct EP the last 2 days. But yes, so if you are conducting EP more or less not on your own turf, make sure you're aware of the friendlies protocols and procedures, and respect said protocols and procedures. Because obviously, especially on the Las Vegas Strip, in light of my night in 2017, armed casino personnel are more on alert. And I'm sorry I keep screwing this up. I don't mean to be annoying, but at the same time, if I screw up, I obviously have to ratchet this all over again. There it goes. Okay, these hinges are packed. Everything is packed. Beautiful. So the hinges are going to go back in their Ayetco bikini cuff cases. This nice leather that I have. The only piece of leather gear that's really never failed me. I love my Ayetcos. If you need good leather for asps, because asps are oversized cuffs, anybody in the know knows this. Asps do not fit normal cuff cases. You basically have to get asp-specific cuff cases. If you're looking for good leather that can easily be clipped onto a belt with a regular belt clip, if you're looking for good leather, I strongly recommend Ayetco. They've never failed me. These serve me in the FAA as a plainclothes internal affairs contractor, and at the same time, when I did close protection work for FAA, these are my cuff cases of choice. Yes, so I kind of touched on EP, just the basics of EP. I don't want to go into who I worked for, etc., but more or less, kind of, as I was talking about handcuffs, I went into EP a little bit. And to note, I operated solo. I operated as a one-man show. I operated as a one-man detail, which brings its own set of challenges, which I can talk on in further videos, but I'm trying to keep my videos shorter. This is nearing 10 minutes. As I'm looking at the iPhone right now, it's 9:55, 9 minutes 55 seconds. So I'm trying to keep them shorter. So without further ado, I may touch on EP here a little bit in the near future. You know what? Yeah, let's dive into EP a little bit. Let's dive into my knowledge, because I'm trying so hard to break into that field. So let's put out our knowledge on YouTube, and let's see what transpires from putting myself out here. But for now, this is Mike here at the Professional Security Journal. You guys stay safe, take it easy, take pride in our profession, all y'all do out there. Please stay situationally aware, please stay vigilant, and other than that, see you next time. This is Mike here at TPSJ. I'm out east. I gotta read some text now and respond. Bye!